beans, and it's important to talk about complex carbohydrates. I work with a lot of individuals who are carbophobes, particularly women. And many of us stay away from starch, right? We stay away from potatoes, we stay away from pasta, we stay away from starchy beans, we don't eat rice. I encourage you to at least eat a portion of that at every meal, and that's at least about a half cup, because you need those healthy starches in addition to fruits and vegetables for your digestive tract. And if we're not okay here, we're not okay here. And we see a lot more of gut health issues popping up. I do a brain food, brain health class, and it's very important in regards to brain health to have a healthy microbiome, which we're hearing a lot more about. So I encourage you to eat starches, and at each meal, the protein, carb, and fat trinity is what I call it. And think of how much better you feel when you have a little carb with your lunch or dinner or even your breakfast. You might be really healthy and have a lean piece of protein and a salad and maybe steamed vegetables, but you're not quite satisfied, are you? I say eat a little less protein, 3 to 4 ounces, and enjoy a potato, whether it's white, sweet, or purple. Have some beans, have some rice, and yes, eat a little bread, preferably whole grain, but it's all right to have a little white bread once in a while. So, having said that, what I'm going to do is show you how easy it is to make this salad. I chose a bean salad because canned beans are so easy to buy. You can always have them stored. The darker the bean, the more nutrition. So black beans, red beans, they have more iron and more magnesium. All beans are a good source of magnesium. They're a good source of protein. They're a good source of fiber. But in particular, many of us are deficient in magnesium. So we want to get magnesium, which is important for our brain. It's important for our bones. It's important for digestion. And it's important for sleep. And if you ever notice, when you do eat a meal that does have some starch, you get a little sleepy. That's a good thing. It releases serotonin into the brain, which makes us a happier person and helps us sleep. So if you're having trouble sleeping, I encourage you to make sure that you eat some starch at dinner or at your bedtime snack. So we take some black beans, just take a can of black beans, and then we add some orange. And why did I choose oranges? Oranges are a wonderful source of vitamins A and C, which are really, really important for us. But vitamin C enhances iron absorption. So that's going to help you enhance more of that iron in those beans. Okay? Then the next thing is we add a little chicken. Now this is vegan if you are vegan or vegetarian, but we'll add some chicken, but it's an option, of course. Or you can even add shrimp if you want. You could add some beef if you wanted to add some cheese or something like that. So you put that together, and then I use some cilantro and parsley. Herbs are really, really nutritious. I do a really fun herb class and herb and spice class and talk about the benefit of herbs and spices. So I use cilantro and parsley in this. I think cilantro goes really well in a southwestern style salad, and parsley and cilantro work well together. And why is that? Cilantro is an herb that's very, very good for the liver. It's also very good for the eyes. It contains lutein and zeaxanthin. So it's what I call an activator herb in helping the liver assist in detoxification. Parsley helps finish the process. Parsley is a good source of vitamins A, C, and chlorophyll. And so it actually helps support cilantro in detoxifying, because many of us, if not all of us actually, are exposed to heavy metals and contaminants. So we want to help our bodies with fiber and like these compounds in the vitamins A and C, in the oranges, the cilantro, and the parsley. You can use other herbs in here. You can use basil. I'm talking to a group of Greeks, so you can use some oregano. Oregano is very, very good for the eyes, very good in potentially reducing cancer cell replication. Basil is very good for the digestive tract, good for the joints. Both basil and oregano have antimicrobial properties, meaning that they might potentially help reduce the incidence of foodborne illness. So you can use different herbs. So whatever you have, fresh is best because they tend to have more nutrition. So you just mix this together and then add a little bit of onion and garlic. And as we know, onions have a lot of flavor. And you can tone them up or tone them down depending on what you like. And I put a little bit of garlic, the fresh garlic. Fresh onions and garlic are also extremely good for the liver, helping in detoxification. Also good sources of prebiotic fibers, which are helping your digestive tract. So when you leave here, you're just going to be so healthy. Particularly after dessert, too. I'm going to tell you all the wonderful things about dessert. So you mix that together, and then you can make a simple dressing. I made a simple vinaigrette. I took some olive oil, of course. And then a little bit of red wine vinegar. You can play around with different vinegars if you like. Because there's so many different ones. You could try balsamic, and that's going to add a different flavor dimension. You could use rice wine vinegar. Then to give it that Southwest flavor, I added some cumin. So you can add cumin if you wanted to add some chili powder, you could do that. Even if you just want to do oil and vinegar. The other thing that I added is some mustard. Mustard is a good source of turmeric. And turmeric is really a spice that we're hearing a lot more about. Very good for the liver, very good for the joints, good for osteoarthritis along with rheumatoid arthritis. It's also one of those brain health spices. So we're seeing a lot more about turmeric. And then I add just a little bit of salt. That's optional. If you're going to use salt, and if you're someone who doesn't eat much seafood, I recommend using iodized salt. Because many of us are walking around with iodine deficiency, and it's really important, particularly as women, that we maintain our thyroid. And if you have hypothyroidism, iodine is really important to get. If you have Hashimoto's, then you have to watch the iodine. So there you go, you just have this mixed up. It's so easy. And if you even want to simplify it even more, if you're tired from work and everything, you can even just put a simple oil and vinegar base together, or a vinaigrette. Look for one that doesn't have a lot of added sugar, because that's on the radar these days, reducing our sugar intake. And then you just mix this up. Very, very easy. You can buy the pre-cooked chicken. That's what we did. And I want to thank everyone for helping, by the way. Lisa, Alexis, Connie, Martina. And there you go. You have a simple salad. It can be lunch or dinner. And it's good to go.